Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Bake Brigade. I hope everybody's having a good Thursday. Yeah. Anyway, I have a little clip that I'm going to insert right here that started with me this morning, and then I'll be right back. Because it's important that y'all watch this clip first before y'all show y'all the rest of the video. So I'll be right back. Well, for y'all it'll be about 15 minutes, but for me it won't be. Be right back. Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Bake Brigade. I'm in the van today. Just figured I'd record a little something before I went into my doctor's appointment. I managed to get my mental health doctor appointment rescheduled. That one that I missed Monday because of jury duty. So this is my sort of car project that I'm working on. I need to step it up though because her birthday is coming up in a couple of weeks, and I need to get this to her by her birthday. Her being Cindy with Pups and Crochet. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But I'll probably pull this and make it a priority after today, and burn the midnight oil, so to speak, and get it done. But after I called after 6 o'clock last night to see if I had jury duty for today, I was able to go into the app for the health system that my mental health doctor is under and reschedule for today at 10:30 for my mental health doctor. So, and I got up early, way early, and got ready way early, and so I had, and then got to the parking lot kind of early. So I said, well, let me just record a little crochet and chat before I go in, and because I'm way out here in the parking lot, I got to walk all the way in, and then go up an elevator, I think, before I get there. And so, no sense in wasting quality crochet time sitting in an office, and when I can sit here and talk to y'all. And y'all wondering, I'm making a granny square pullover. This orchid color. This is the Colorama Halo I got in my little bag here next to me. This is the Colorama Halo yarn in the orchid color. I got 4 of these cakes, which should be enough, more than enough to make Cindy a pullover and make her very comfortable. She's I don't know, she's way behind in watching my videos, so I'm really not worried about her seeing this. I'm not keeping any birthday present secrets from her. I'm terrible at secrets anyway. But she's having granddaughters. Her son's wife, new wife, is pregnant with a granddaughter, and her daughter is having a granddaughter, which will be her second child. And her daughter is due next month. And I forget what she said that they're going to name that baby. If she said, I don't remember if she said or not. I know there was a little old gal at the courthouse Monday that was 8 months pregnant. I forget what her first name was. I think her last name was Jones. And she was 8 months pregnant, and she said she was going to name that little girl Oakley. She said, as in Annie Oakley. I was like, no, she's not. And she was a young girl, too. She was young. I mean, she couldn't have been more than 25 years old. She was young. Going to name her child after Annie Oakley. I'm like, Lord, somebody raised her watching Westerns. Like I was raised watching old-timey Westerns, you know. Because my grandmother named me after the actress that played Miss Kitty on Gunsmoke. I know that a lot of y'all don't know that. But yeah, I was named after Amanda Blake, the actress that played Miss Kitty on Gunsmoke. It's probably good that I'm parked way out here because nobody can see me talking to myself. Like, what is that crazy redheaded woman doing in her van talking to herself, to her cell phone. Well, they could always think that I'm FaceTiming somebody. I FaceTimed with Eva the other day because I had some tax questions. And Eva is a tax preparer with H&R Block. And so, and this will be the first time I've had to file taxes since 2016, because that's the last time I was worked a regular job. And being that my channel is monetized, and they don't take taxes out of this YouTube money, so I was a little concerned. But she assured me that I hadn't made enough to be worried about. Plus, I have all them yarn orders and yarn buys as tax deductions, because I get to show them on the channel, so that makes it a work expense. Oh, isn't that nice? Oh, that's so nice. Oh, I should have saved my daggum shipping receipts too, because I sent a ton of stuff via the postal service. I wonder if that could be considered a work expense too. Probably so. I guess I'll keep all of my receipts from this year from sending stuff through the post office, and I bet you I could count that as work expenses too. I'll just start throwing that stuff in a shoebox. And keep up with that, because I don't typically send packages through the mail unless it's related to somebody's sweater I've made, or something like that. Even though I do send gifts, like I'll be mailing Cindy's sweater to her, and Serena's yarn is not a work related thing. That's just a thing between friends. But I could make it work related, but it's just friends. But this is where we are so far, and I got to go 24 rounds on 2 squares, and then I have to do, I think, 5 rows extra on each side of each square, and then 3 rows of shoulder shaping on each square. It's a lot to it. It's a lot to it because Cindy's fluffy like me. She needs a 4X to be comfortable. But I'm going to make hers probably a short sleeve sweater, because Cindy's kind of hot natured, and so even though she, she's up there where it gets real cold, but she is super hot natured, so she doesn't need a long sleeve sweater. Not a real long sleeve sweater. Probably like a three-quarter sleeve sweater. And these get warm, but this particular fiber, it'll make a warm sweater, but not too warm, because I have a shrug made out of this yarn, and it's warm, but it's not like overly warm. So it's not bad at all. And of course, the thing about this yarn is the more you wash the item that you've made with it, the fluffier it gets. Well, not necessarily the washing, but the drying. The more you throw it in the dryer, the fuzzier it gets. So what I've had to do is stop throwing mine in the dryer, because it just gets fuzzier and fuzzier. So and when I did Connie's, I did throw hers in the dryer to begin with, but I should email her and tell her not to dry it a second time, because my shrug that the the thing I made out of the Ogo halos when they first came out. I've dried it several times, and it's real fuzzy now. But, and that's this round. So I slip stitch back over to my corner. And that's how I do mine. I just slip stitch into the top of that chain, and then I slip stitch back over to my chain space, and then I start my square over again. That's how I learned. That's how I learned my granny squares. I learned from a tutorial from oh bugger. Now I can't remember her name. I know I have it saved. I just can't remember her name right offhand. Oh man, why can't I remember that? It's the coffee ain't working enough. Maybe I need to drink some more coffee. Maybe then I'll remember, right? Pamela's Adoring Crochet. See? It just took coffee. All it was needed was coffee. Here's my coffee in my lovely tumbler. Yep, I just needed a sip of Folgers. And then I remembered Pamela's Adoring Crochet. A couple of years ago, she did a series of beginner crochet tutorials. And I'm really grateful that she did, because that's what helped me finally get crochet. And one of them was a basic granny square. And that's where I learned my granny square from, was her tutorial. And that's still the method that I use, is her method. And it just works for me. It just works for me. And I'm so grateful to Pamela for her tutorials. And she's a great woman, Pamela, over at Pamela's Adoring Crochet. Y'all need to check her out. I will link her in the description. And she's a beautiful, wonderful Christian woman. And yeah, I think y'all enjoy her channel. She's got a variety of things on her channel nowadays. She remarried after losing her first husband, and she married a pastor. And boy, her life is so changed. And but she's made the most of it, and she's living proof that you can find love again, and you can rebuild your life after something like that. And she's quite amazing. So I got to talking to Will last night, because I kept thinking, I got in my head real bad. You know how you do, you get in your head real bad. And I got to thinking that I wasn't being excited enough over my weight loss, that maybe somehow I wasn't being excited enough about it. And you know, because I kept reading y'all's comments and how excited everybody was for me. And I'm like, am I excited enough? You know, I've lost 80 some pounds since July. Am I excited enough? You know? And I just got to thinking, you know, and then I got to thinking, well, you know, my mental health medication, when the current doses are geared toward a person that was 415 pounds. Okay. And I was like, maybe I need to have her, you know, lower my dosage. And so I was talking to Will about that, and he's like, Mama, he said, you never been a person who's gets real super excited, like jumping up and down excited. He said, you never been that person. He said, you've never been that person, no matter what the situation. He said, you've never been that kind of person. He said, sure. He said, you get, you know, oh, that's great. Wonderful, honey. He said, but he said, you've never been that, you know, screaming, oh, you know, great, fantastic, you know, screaming, excited kind of person. He said, you've never been that kind of person. I was like, oh. Here I am overthinking stuff. I'm in my head. I'm reading all these wonderful comments. You know how everybody's oh so happy for me and everything. And then I'm thinking, am I happy enough? Am I, excited enough? And I'm just all up in my head, thinking, oh my God, am I happy enough? And because I should be excited, you know what I mean? I should be really happy and excited. I've lost 80 some pounds since last July. And then overall, I've lost 105 pounds since September 2022. And I should be really happy. And I am. But I'm not like jumping up and down, cheerleader happy, But apparently that's just not me. That's just not who I am. And so, that's okay. That's okay. And I just needed my oldest, who probably knows me better than a lot of people know me, to point that out to me. And that it's not medication related. I'm not numb like I thought I was. I'm just not a cheerleader. I'm too chill. I just have a more chill personality than that. So, anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my cane, and because my back is kind of bothering me, so I don't want to walk without it. I'll feel more stable walking all the way into the building with my cane. So I'm going to conclude this here, and I will pick this back up later on when I get done with my appointment and when I'm back at the house. But I love y'all, and I'll see y'all again in a little while. Well, there you go. A little crochet and chat early this morning with me and my Folgers coffee, and a little crochet in the van. And now it's me in the evening. I'm not sure what time it is. Alexa, what time is it?
Good afternoon, Amanda. The time is 4:01 p.m.
There you have it. It's 4 o'clock again. Seems to be a theme with me that I'm recording at 4 o'clock. So, I have so much to show you. So I did manage to re-dye my hair yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And because when I called in to check to see if I had jury duty today, I did not have jury duty. So I quickly rescheduled my mental health doctor appointment for this morning. So I was able to do that. And then after the appointment, I said, well, let me mosey on to Michael's. And then after Michael's, I was like, you know what? My hair could really use a trim. So I went and did that. And I like it. It's back to its sassy little thing. Of course, Eva, she said, oh, it was just starting to get long again. Yeah, that's exactly right. I like it like this. It's easier to manage like this. So there you have it. Eva wants it long. I want it like this. In between long and short. So there's this. So I got a little bit of Happy Mail. And then I got some yarn that I bought from Joann's yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And then some Michael's I bought from today. Now, yarn I bought from Joann's yesterday is to help me with a project. The yarn I bought from Michael's today as well. Just because. Because I wanted to go to Michael's. And guess what? I'm a yarn addict. And I refuse to go to Yarnaholics Anonymous. Okay, Cindy? I don't need no chip. She's always talking about Yarnaholics, and they keep taking her chip. Don't need no chip. Chip's what made me fat. Anyway, the first bit of business, I want to show y'all a really cool thing that came in the mail today. My friend Tamara, and don't ask me to pronounce her last name, but she and I struck a deal back last year, late last year. I don't remember. I think it was September, October, somewhere. It might have been September. I want to say it was September that we struck a deal that I would make her a sweater and she would make me amigurumis for the boys for Christmas. Well, life happens, and she didn't get a chance to make them in time for Christmas. Perfectly fine with me. I got them other things for Christmas, and that's fine. Now I noticed things were, you know, kind of rough for her, and it was getting really cold in Oklahoma. And I think Oklahoma. I think so. Forgive me, I might have the location wrong because there's a lot of stuff I had to keep up with. Sometimes I get locations wrong. But anyway, a lot of things going on in Tamara's life. Her husband got injured and has been dealing with some health issues. And so lots of things going on with Tamara. So I went ahead and sent her sweater because it was, I think, snowing or something, really cold up there. So I wanted her to be warm, and I wanted her to be surrounded by something that someone that cared about her made her. So I went ahead and sent her sweater because I knew she was working on the amigurumis, and I would get them when I got them. And I knew she was good for it. So I wasn't worried about it. And I'd seen pictures of the progress, so I was good. I'm good. And, well, today's the day. I got them via UPS. And I'm so excited to show them to y'all. Now, keep in mind, the Beg Brigade portion of my channel name is because I have 2 rescue dogs. And one of them happens to be a very attitude-heavy pit bull mix named Theodore. Theodore, one of his nicknames is Bully Bully because he's got an attitude. And he happens to be my oldest son's favorite dog, okay? And they have a special relationship. They have, because when we went to the pound to get Theodore back in 2017, Will gravitated toward Theodore, and Will's the one that picked out Theodore. And when we went to the visiting area, he was love at first sight for all of us. And but Will's the one that essentially picked him out. And so they've had a special bond ever since. And so I asked her, could she make me a miniature Theodore? And she did just that. She delivered. Wholeheartedly, she delivered. And so this is what she came up with. Theodore is a brown brindle red-nosed pit, okay? But he's mixed. So, but this is pretty close, okay? This is pretty close. And he has gold eyes. This is pretty close. Then he has this little white part on his chin, all the way on his chest. And, oh my goodness. Did she knock it out of the park or what? She knocked it out of the park. Absolutely. This is incredible. Absolutely incredible. And Will is absolutely thrilled with it. Absolutely. I know he's a 31-year-old man, and I've arranged for him to have an amigurumi. But I'm 50, and I have several over there that I adore, that have been given to me as gifts, and I treasure them very much. So I knew that he would treasure this because it was specially made with him in mind. So, yes, this is Mini Theo. Now, Johnny has not named his yet, but I'll let y'all know what he names his. But I'll show y'all his. So, this is Mini Theo. And I told Will that I just needed to borrow it until I got a chance to show it on video. And then he can have it in his room. But he's seen it, and he was very happy with it. So, look at she did such a good job. It's so well made. It's so well made. And I'll get Tamara's permission and put her email or contact information in the description should you want to contact her and order something from her. And y'all can email back and forth and make those arrangements, whatever they may be. But she does quality work, I assure you. So very good amigurumi. And Johnny likes to read books and play games with, he's like his mother. He likes medieval stuff, dragons and knights and swords and, stuff like that. And so I got him a dragon. First, it was a little bit back and forth because I wanted him to have a fierce looking dragon. Well, that turned out to be harder than, you know, we thought it would be. So we ended up settling on a sleepy looking dragon. So this is what Johnny got. A dragon. Look at it. Is it not perfect? And Johnny loves green. So a green dragon. I mean, it's perfect in every way. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, so perfect. I mean, look at that. He's just so perfect. I love the variegated yarn she used for his body. She just couldn't have done no better. I just don't think she could have done any better. I mean, wow. The attention to detail is so good. Oh, wow. Oh, look at the little toes. Look at his little toes. Look at that. Oh, knocked it out of the park. Out of the park. I'm so pleased. And I will get back to y'all on what Johnny decides to name his dragon. I'm thinking Pete. You know the old song, Pete the Magic Dragon lives by the sea. Anyway, I don't want to get a copyright strike, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, Pete the Magic Dragon. Yeah, maybe Pete. I'm going to suggest Pete. But it'll be up to Johnny what he names him. But, yeah. He's very cute, though. He's a sleepy dragon. Sleepy like Johnny. Johnny kind of looks sleepy all the time. But yes, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, and I did make the hat out of the... Excuse me, got a little thirsty here. I did make the hat out of the baby alpaca, but I didn't know about natural fibers and that I needed to make it bigger than the tutorial called for. See, I made another one of the beret hats, but I didn't know that I needed to make more increased rows. If I'd have known that it was going to come out smaller than the other hat, I would have done extra increased rows, because that much I figured after you've done the pattern a couple of times, you know, this being my second time doing it, if I'd have known that it was going to come out smaller, I would have done the increased row about 3 more times and it would have come out right. But it came out smaller than the other one. I think it came out it's a bit too small. A bit smaller than I would have liked. And it's not my color. It's not flattering to my complexion at all. At all. It just doesn't flatter me at all. And it's too small. So I will be gifting this to someone. I have someone in mind. I just have to email her to see if her granddaughter might like it. So I don't know. It might not be her granddaughter's color because her granddaughter likes bright colors. But yeah, it's just a bit too small for my head, or to my liking anyway. And it's not flattering to my complexion at all. At all. But I enjoyed making it. And the yarn was a little splitty at first until I kind of got my tension corrected. But, yeah, if I had, it's pretty. It came out pretty. But it came out way smaller than I expected it to. And I had a little issue with my Swift because I didn't put the Swift on the back part of my desk. And I didn't have my tension right between my Swift and my ball winder. And there was a whole thing, and the yarn got knotted, and then I had to perform surgery. Anyway, but I will find a home for this with someone with a smaller head that has a complexion that's more. I think someone that's a brunette would probably look good with this, wearing this, but this doesn't look good on me. So, which is fine. I'm not upset about that. I got to work with the yarn. And it has that natural smell. Yeah. Probably need to buy some woolite and wash it before I give it to someone. Because it does have that natural smell. Which is a very woolly smell. So yeah, I go to the grocery store tomorrow, and I'm gonna buy some woolite, you know, some stuff to wash this type thing and wash it, hand wash it, and then lay flat to dry, like you do with natural fibers. But yes, before I gift it to anybody, I will get some woolite and wash it first. But and then I got something interesting from Amazon today. And hi, Axel. Get on the bed, Axel. Get on the bed, baby. Sorry, senior dog moment. Oh, I know it. I have in case you're new to my channel, I have a 13-year-old black lab, and he's very needy. Get on the bed, baby. Get on the bed. Go, go, go. Get on the bed. Anyway, I did get a bit of mail from Amazon today, and it just says, enjoy your gift from a YouTube subscriber. And this item was not on my wish list, which I link in the description. So it puzzled me a bit, but it's silk or silky. It doesn't say it's 100% silk or anything, made in China, but they're pillowcases, very beautiful silky pillowcases, and I'm going to use it too, because boy, I can imagine that would feel so good on the face. Yeah, I'm going to put that on my pillow, and I'm going to sleep with that, because that feels so. This is how beautiful that is. That looks just like silk. So yeah, there's 2 pillowcases in here, and thank you. Whoever sent this to me, thank you so much. That is so incredibly thoughtful. Somebody wanted me to sleep on a silky pillowcase. So thank you. That's so thoughtful and sweet. I will put that on my pillow, and I will sleep on it like a princess. Oh, let's see. Let's look at what I got at Joann's yesterday. And after really thinking about and reminiscing about my grandmother and the beret that she made me, in the lavender, and it was this color lavender, just to let y'all know, I decided that I would get some more of this Red Heart brushed yarn in the lavender color. And I'll read the specs to y'all in case y'all don't know. It's 5 ounces, 141 grams, 253 yards, 253 yards, sorry if I said 3, 231 meters. It is a 4-weight yarn, recommends a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. It doesn't mention knitting needle. Oh yeah, knitting needle is 5 millimeter in the back. It's 4-weight, it's machine washable and dryable, and it's been tested against 100 different chemicals, and it's 100% acrylic, but it's beautiful. It's got this furry look to it. And I've used this yarn in hats before, and it crochets up really nice. So I'm gonna make, it won't be a replacement beret, but it'll be something I can hold on to and think about my grandmother and remember how it made me feel to wear something she had made, and maybe she's up there in heaven thinking about me. Anyway, I bought 4 of these because I probably make more than one beret, and gift one to someone else maybe. I'm sorry, I always get weepy when I think of my grandmother. She's been gone since 1999, and I never stopped thinking about her. And I've been working with this Big Twist living yarn for Roxy's sweater. And and I'm kind of worried I wouldn't have enough yarn for her sweater, so I went ahead and bought some of it to use as a complementing color. Now, I don't think this Sunshine is going to be a good complementing color now that I have it in front of me. Because this is the yarn that she sent me, the Spirit color. And now that I'm holding this Sunshine color, I don't think it works. Let me pull this out here and show y'all. I don't think it works. I think I probably should have got the mustard, but I don't think that's gonna work. It's too bright. It's too bright. But this will still work for something else. Who knows what it'll become? But it's still beautiful. I got 4 in this color. And this Big Twist Living yarn is 199 yards, 3.85 ounces, 182 meters, 110 grams. It is 4-weight yarn. Recommends I don't know why, but a 4.5 millimeter hook, 4.5 millimeter knitting needle. It's machine washable and dryable. And this color is called Sunshine, like I said. But I've been using a 5.5 millimeter, an eye hook, and it's not giving me any problems whatsoever. And it's a really smooth working yarn, and it has a little sheen to it. Really nice for an and it's a 100% anti-peeling acrylic, FYI. And I got these for less than $3 a skein. Yeah, less than $3 a skein. So it was a really good buy. And I got it in this Sunshine color and this cream color. I think the cream color probably will work. Let me hold it up here. Y'all tell me what do y'all think? I think I can probably get away with the cream color. Yeah, I'm holding it next to, yeah, I think I can get away with the cream color. Yep, I'm good with the cream color as a complementing color, but that Sunshine color was just a little too bright. But the cream color works. Yeah, that works. Because there is a very light color in here, in the yarn, the variegated yarn itself. But when I'm working it up, it works up as a light pink. It works up light pink. When you get it on your hook and under the light, it shows as pink. But next to this cream color, it's still light pink. But this will be fine for the cuffs and the neckline and maybe some ribbing along the bottom. It'll be fine. I think the cream color will be fine. Because I don't think I'm going to have enough. Because it's taken 2 whole skeins to do the squares. I got 1 square done because it's the granny square pullover. I got one square done, and it took 2 full skeins. And then I still have some sleeves to do. So I just like to have more than what's necessary to do the sweater on hand, just in case. So, but yeah, I got 4 of these and 4 of these to go with the 4 of the brushed, the Super Saver brushed. So that was the Joann's yarn. Let me put this behind the chair and I'll show you what I got from Michael's. So Michael's actually had some new yarn that I seen on Cinnamon Stitches that she had some. I'd seen it in the one in Bossier at the Michael's in Bossier, but I didn't get it at the time because they didn't have a color I wanted. They had a bunch of the colors were gone by the time I saw this yarn at the Bossier Michael's. But when I seen it here in Shreveport at that Michael's, because I looked at it on the app here at home before and I seen some colors I liked. So I just got a couple. I just got a couple of these for hats. I didn't get enough because at $7.99 a skein, I really didn't want to, and only 20% off discount. I didn't really want to get a whole bunch for a garment. But this is their new Loops and Threads Carousel Twist, 100% acrylic, 213 yards, 5.3 ounces, 195 meters, 150 grams. They're calling it a 5-weight yarn, recommending a, what is that, a 5.5 millimeter knitting needle and crochet hook for a 5 bulky. Somebody needs to teach these folks how to better classify things. You can use a 6 milli on this, no problem whatsoever. Even a 6.5 probably would be fine. But this, let's see, what's this color? Of course, it's going to be here. Tide Pool. This color is called Tide Pool, which is a good color, good name for that, because it's a nice turquoise, and it's got some dark blue in there. It's got some little, looks like olive green wrapped around the, you know, like, of course, puzzle-esque type yarn. And but it's really soft. I mean, super duper soft. And so it's kind of a short skein, so they've kind of crammed it together like that to make it feel bulky, but it's really not. I mean, it's about the same thickness as puzzle. It really is. But it has some meat on its bones. One. Love that guy. I noticed, and me and Amy were just talking about this. Amy with Hooked on Wish and Crochet. We were just texting about this, that he mentioned, he was talking about Hobby Lobby yarn in his video last night, and how he'd come to appreciate Hobby Lobby yarn and the softness and quality of that yarn, but that he was still a diehard Loops and Threads value yarn guy, and more so because of the cost. You know, he was still a Michaels, you know, value yarn fan because of the cost. But at the same time, he couldn't deny the fact that the Hobby Lobby yarn was a better yarn because, you know, it worked up nicer and softer. He couldn't deny the quality of it being, you know, better, but it costs more. And he's, you know, a diehard deal fan. You know, he's always looking for the better deal. And he couldn't deny the fact that, you know, it was a nicer yarn, but you get what you pay for. And so, and honestly, I like a good deal too, but when you make sweaters and you sell sweaters and that's kind of your side hustle, like it is mine, you want yarn that's easier on your hands. When you have a slight case of carpal tunnel like me, you need yarn that's easier on your hands when you're speed crocheting. And that's why I go for the Hobby Lobby yarn, because it's easier on my hands. Yes, I'm paying a bit more, but at the same time, I need to work with yarn that's not going to hurt my hands and not going to work me to death. And that's why I go for the Hobby Lobby yarns, because they don't work me to death. And so, you know, and this Big Twist living yarn is not working me to death either. It's very easy on my hands. So if you've been on the fence about this yarn and wanting to try this yarn, go ahead and get you some, because it's real easy on the hands and it's very cheap. So go ahead and get you some. Now get it and don't buy a whole bunch. Just get you a few skeins and try it and see how, because everybody's opinion and everybody's experience is going to be different. So just get you a couple of skeins and give it a try. Make you a hat, make you a scarf or something, just something small, and just get the experience and see if it works with your hands. You know, you may not have the same experience as me. So just get you a couple of skeins and see how it goes. If you like it, you know, because you don't want to get stuck with 6 to 10 skeins of something and go, she was wrong, I don't love it. So just get a couple of skeins. If you like it, great. If you don't, you know, you haven't wasted a whole bunch of money. So that's why I only got 2 skeins of this color. And then I got 2 skeins of this color because someone named Serena wants a hat. But of course, when she and I were talking about me getting this and making her a hat, I don't think that she had bought the knitting looms yet. And now she's got knitting looms, and she's followed the tutorial that I did and made her own hat. So I guess since she's making her own loom knitted hats, she can make her own. But since she can make her own loom knitted hats, I'm just going to make her a beret with this. But I have two, so I can make her a loom knitted hat and a beret if I want to. So I bought two of this one, and let's see what this color is. Now this is, I think this might be the color that that Cinnamon, that Jen over at Cinnamon Stitches had. This is called Tickled Pink. Tickled Pink. And I only got two of these. And then they had an old friend of mine. I've had this yarn before and made hats out of this. They had some clearance stuff, and then I just jacked my hair up, didn't I? And then they had some clearance yarn, and this is Woolies. I don't typically buy Woolies, but I really like this one. And this has, I have a plan for this yarn, but I'm not going to tell you just yet. You'll see this in the future. But this is Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick. In case you don't know, it's 5 ounces, 140 grams, 92 yards, 84 meters. It's 6 weight. Recommends a 9mm knitting needle and a 9mm crochet hook. It's 79% acrylic, 20% wool, and 1% other. And this color is called Constellation. And it's like a charcoal color with sparkle. Constellation, you know, out starry sky. But there's a reason for this. But I'm just going to, you know, let that hang in the air. You know, it's charcoal and sparkly. And I'm putting a box together for somebody. And I think I got 4 of these. So, yeah. Oh, it's so squishy and soft, too. It's for it to have wool in it. I mean, you can tell it has wool, but it not in a bad way. And I'll smell it just like Crystal does. It just smells like yarn. It doesn't have a woolly smell. But this is an old favorite of mine when I was doing nothing but loom knitting. I found a bunch of this on $3 at Michael's when I first started buying yarn and stuff. It just brings back such good memories when I first started with yarn buying and everything. I bought a bunch of these on clearance at Michael's, and I had a whole bunch of this thick yarn because all I was doing was making hats. And so this is an old friend of mine. So yeah, I bought 4 of these, and at least 1 or 2 will make hats, and then some will make its way into a box. And then one more thing I got at Michael's. Where is it? Way down here. I found a yarn that I hadn't seen before at Michael's, and it was near the $3 clearance, but it wasn't $3. It's called Impeccable Acrylic, but I hadn't seen this color. This color is called Denim Moline. And it's 180 yards, 3 ounces, 165 meters, 85 grams. It's 4 weight yarn. Recommends 5mm knitting needles and 5mm crochet hook. It's 100% acrylic, machine wash, tumble dry low. But this is what it looks like. It's very busy, but I like it. I think it's really neat looking. I just got 2 of these. Is all I got. But I like it. I think it's pretty. But they only had, well, they had 3 of these, but I hate buying at odd numbers. So, but this was $4.99. But I had a 20% off coupon, plus I had a $5 voucher, so, you know, I found a discount somehow. And of course, with the Joann stuff, I did the buy online and pick up at the store, you know, so I had the 20% off deal, plus they have all these discounts going on their yarn, so I got all that yarn for less than $30. So, and this was 40 something from Michael's. So, but yeah, I like this. I mean, I like blue anyway, But this is real. It's a very busy yarn, but I think it'll make a pretty hat or something, you know. Yeah, it's pretty. Feeding the habit. The yarn habit, that is. But there we are. Happy mail. Yarn, and a little crochet and chat in the van. And of course, we had the adventure of going and finding a replacement PlayStation 5 controller for John today. He felt bad that we had to go buy another one, but we found the best price we could have found on a phone repair shop. They apparently sell. We found a brand new one for $50, and that was the cheapest we could find. And you know, it's just one of those expenses you don't expect to have. But I told him, I said, well, honey, I said, you not having a controller for your PlayStation 5 is like me not having hooks for all my yarn. Ridiculous. It's not going to happen. And he does so much for me, and he's such a good son, and he never complains. So, you know, he's such a good son. He never complains. He deserves, you know, I wasn't not going to replace that. So I'm just glad that I had the money to replace it. I'm just really glad that it didn't break the bank to replace it. Very fortunate and very blessed that that I do have this channel, and I did have the means to replace it. Very grateful for that. But bless his heart, he did feel bad that I had to shell it out to do that, and right here at time to go grocery shopping again. But that's okay. That is okay. Doesn't leave a lot for extras, but we will be okay. We get the month starts over again next week, and we will be fine. But it's been a decent day. Got to share all this beautiful yarn with y'all, and share this itty bitty hat. The whole time I'm making it, and I'm looking at it going, shouldn't it be bigger? Shouldn't it be bigger? I'll know next time that I'm working with natural fibers. And Amy said this, that she didn't even think to tell me. She forgot, you know, that because it's happened to her before, that with natural fibers you have to add more rows because they condense down, you know, more. But I'll just email who I'm thinking about giving it to and see if maybe her granddaughter would be interested. If not, I'll find someone with a small head. Because it needs to be someone with a smaller head. Or, you know, someone that doesn't mind it being small, that it will work better with their complexion. It just doesn't work with my complexion at all. But it's beautiful. No doubt it's beautiful. But I am going to get a little bottle of Woolite and hand wash it and dry it. Because it does smell a little funky from being in boxes and just being a natural fiber. It has a little woolly smell that I just think it needs to be freshened up. But anyway, I don't want to gift it with it having that little funky smell. But maybe that's just me and my imagination. But my mental health doctor did not change any of my medications, and she was very pleased at my progress. She was very thrilled that I had lost weight and that I was happy. So there's that. And I'm very happy. So I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I will report back on what Johnny names his dragon, and any other progress I have. I'll see y'all soon. I'll try not to go a whole day without doing a video. I'll try to do better. The rain finally stopped. If that's any any consolation, we finally got a break in the rain. And I have one more. I think I have one more day to check about the jury duty. The way they phrased it last night is that I have to check back every day this week to see, and then maybe after this week I'm discharged. Hopefully. So because I really don't want to have to fool with it after this week. It'd be nice to be out from under that. But it is what it is. I got my appointment done, and I feel better about that. But anyhow, I love y'all so much, and so does Jesus. And please remember to adopt, don't shop. Your best friend could be waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye now.